Rev up your engines for the Mid-Michigan Biker Podcast with Big E. Proudly sponsored by Christensen Law, where bikers helping injured bikers is more than just a motto. It's our commitment to the biker community. Be sure to tune in and listen to the latest news and biker buzz. And for all your personal injury needs, be sure to contact the Christensen Law team at 248-900-9000. What's up, bikers? It's Big E, and you're listening to the Mid-Michigan Biker Podcast. We're talking all things bikes, the freedom of the road, and the brotherhood that makes this lifestyle what it is. From killer tips to wild stories from the highway, we've got it all right here. Life is short, bikers, so let's get after it. Hey everybody, welcome to the podcast. We're back. Been a little bit of a hiatus we've been on, but we are back. I did actually record another podcast that I'll play in the future. But this is the official first podcast of the season, I guess. We're going to talk a little bit about what's been going on while we've been away. I also have some guests in the studio today. I got Breaker.
Hi.
And Turtle.
What's up?
All right. So Turtle and Breaker are newly patched members of the Patriot Saints Riding Club. Breaker has actually been on the podcast before. Turtle has not. So we're popping his cherry. All right. So I don't know. Some of you know, some of you don't know, but I did a thing. You're not going to say nothing?
What?
She didn't say nothing. So I did a thing. I got rid of my 2014 Ultra Classic and upgraded to a 2024 Road Glide Limited Shark Nose, and I'm catching some heat for it. But
he's now called Shark Boy.
Shark Boy.
It's not Big E. It's Shark Boy.
Oh. So, anyways, it kind of just sort of happened weird because Breaker and I were in Wisconsin, and I had lost one of my favorite beanies, my House of Harley beanie, and we happened to be driving by, and I said, well, we should stop so I can get a new beanie. So we did. I ended up getting a beanie, a hat, a hoodie, a t-shirt. You got some stuff too.
A poker chip.
Poker chip. I already had one. And then we decided we were going to go look at the bikes because they had some 2026s in there. Right?
Yep.
And you were looking at...
A 26 Street Glide.
What color?
Purple.
Purple. And then I was actually looking at a 25 Road Glide that they were going to give me a good deal on, or could deal on, they said. And the sales lady, Shelly, she remembered me from being in there last year during a Mama Tried motorcycle show. We were talking, and she was talking to Breaker, and they were going to run some numbers for us. So I'm wandering about, looking at the used motorcycle selection they have there. Nice selection. I spotted like 3 CVO street lights. And I look back, and they're walking up the center aisle towards Breaker. I'm guessing with her numbers. And the one of the guys looks really familiar. I'm like, holy cow, that guy's got a doppelganger over in Muskegon. I said, because that looks just like Jared Jones from Hot Rod. So I'm walking up to him to introduce myself and say, hey, you got a twin. And he turns around and spots me and, hey, I know you. It was actually Jared Jones from Hot Rod. So we talked a little bit. He said, I'm going to find you a good deal on a bike. You don't want to have those payments for that 25. I'm like, all right, what do you got? Find me something. So they did. They found me the 24 Road Glide Limited, and it was a smoking hot deal. And they delivered it and picked up the old Ultra. So I was pretty happy about that. Was a good experience at the House of Harley, even though I said I would probably never, ever buy a bike anywhere but Hot Rod. Turtle was rolling his eyes. he had a less than stellar experience at Hot Rod, so...
I think a couple people have now.
Actually, yeah.
Are we really going to throw him under the bus like that?
Well, I mean, we're not really going to throw him under the bus, but people know how I feel about Hot Rod, and they've treated me really well. And it kind of bums me out that now a couple people have had some bad experiences there.
Yeah, I can share mine.
Well, I mean, yours was pretty simple,
Pretty
actually. Again, and it kind of bums me out. I don't know if it's because of this motorsports thing now that they're doing snowmobiles and water, whatever. But it seems like we had another rider in the club have a little issue with his bike that he just spent insane money on. Audio upgrade, stage 2. I mean, he's dropped some bucks and had a little bit of an issue. Your bike brand new. Tell everybody what you're riding first, you know.
Okay. So I started cruising through the internet, and I used to have a Springer Softail years ago, and so that's what I Googled, and they're coming up in Texas and New York, Florida, and all that, and I'm like, I'm not traveling to go buy one, and then all of a sudden this one pops up, and it's an hour away. So it's a 2007 Springer Softail, CVO edition. So it's got the Screaming Eagle souped up kit there for 110.
Yeah, it's a screamer.
Yeah, and so I called him on the phone and I says, "Hey, you still got the bike?" Yeah, they still got the bike, and we talked a little bit back and forth, and he says, "Well, you know, if you're gonna kind of like a fight, you know, if you're gonna beat me up so bad," he says, "I want to see you in person." I said, "Okay." So 2 weeks go by. I thought about it some more and finally decided to pull the trigger. So I went down there and we went back and forth a little bit, and then we finally decided on a price. And but in the middle of the conversation, you know, he's typical salesman. We got this and we got that in there, and it's been detailed, and all the fluids have been changed. And I said, okay. And so anyway, bought the bike. First bike ride.
It was our ride, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Patriot Saints ride, yeah.
Yeah.
No?
It was on the Eagles.
No.
Oh, it was the
Yeah, it was
the Eagle Riders?
Eagle
Eagle Riders bike. All right, yeah.
So
You're right.
we're on the last stop heading home, and we're driving down the road, and I felt something hit my leg, and I looked down, and next thing you know, I'm covered in oil, and bike starts smoking. So I pull over, and basically what happened is they put what was that?
Overfilled.
They overfilled the oil by like a quart and a half, almost 2 quarts over full, and so it built up pressure and blew the cap all over my leg, and so anyway, not that big of a deal, you know. Cleaned everything up, And obviously there was still enough oil in it to get home, and so I called them the next day and told them what happened, and they basically said, well, bring it back down and we'll go over the fluids again and then detail your bike. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. You should be coming and pick up this bike that I just bought and still doing all that stuff. So I just went ahead and documented everything, changed the fluids, and found out exactly how much, well, what was left in the bike. That's not what blew it all over my leg and all over the bike too. So, yeah, that's.
Yeah. And it's not so much because even with Salty Dog, I think that's his road name.
Yeah.
Salty Dog's bike.
Same
It wasn't.
thing happened to him though.
But they said it was a part failure. Something gave way, and that's what caused the oil to blow everywhere on his bike. But I guess my thing is I don't think that their customer service was up to snuff, because I don't know if somebody just spent that kind of money on a bike or upgrading their bike. They kind of told him, well, a guy that would come get it already left for the day, so we'll just cover your tow bill. That's not really what I want to hear from my Harley dealer. I want to hear, where you at? We'll come get it somehow.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But maybe that's just me.
Same here.
Well, and I know a place over in Carroll that if I broke down and I called them up, said, hey, Mike, I'm broke down. Can you come get me? They would. So, all right. Enough of that. That was a nice little shameless plug for the Steel Horse Ranch. And, yeah. I am looking forward to going and seeing those guys. So on April 25th, it is their second anniversary of being open. And I was there last year for their first anniversary, and I will be going back this year for the second anniversary. And some of the crew is going with. They're not going to wimp out if it gets rainy, though, are you?
Nope. You can just hide in your shell, Turtle.
Ouch. Yeah.
We'll see.
So we should we tell them that the relationship there between you two?
Go ahead.
Can we share that with our listeners?
Yep.
Is that all right?
It's all right.
So Breaker is Turtle's daughter. So, yeah, there's
everything's her fault.
I'll take the blame. That's why I'm Breaker.
Yep.
Breaker. It's all my fault.
Is it always your fault?
It's always my fault.
All right. Awesome. Good to know. So we have had, Breaker did some stuff to her bike. What did you do to your bike?
I got 10-inch bars put on and a new seat. And $250 mirrors for free.
Thank you, Salty Dog. So yeah, she now you've got, what do you think you put on it so far?
This
year? So far this year with the new bars and seat.
Over 1,000.
But that many miles?
No. Close to it, because I was at 16 when I parked it last year, and I'm already over 17. I've
only put like 500 on mine.
Oh. I put more.
How?
I don't know.
Oh.
Few hundred.
And you're liking it?
Still getting used to it.
Yeah. The seat's good, though?
The seat's good. I think it will be better when it's a little bit warmer, and I'm not...
Oh, yeah, them settlement seats are nice when they're warm. That gel. Comfy.
Right now, it's just a little cold, so I'm focusing more on staying warm than freezing.
Yeah. Heated hand grips would help. You might want to go that way when you had the new bars put on. I'm just saying. You can say it. You know you
I ain't
can.
a pussy like you, Biggie.
You can say it.
Pretty sure you're the only one with heated grip, so.
No, I'm not.
Well, time to man up.
They were nice today, too, by the way.
My hands weren't cold at all today.
Oh, you got gloves on? Mine were a little chilled.
Yeah,
Not
mine were
bad.
fine. My hands weren't cold at all.
So yeah, it is Easter Sunday, and we did go out and rode the bikes to breakfast. Ran out to the clubhouse. Woke up Rhino. So Rhino was on spring break. Got in at like 3:00 last night or something like that. Then he had to post something in our group chat about road glides because I'm the only guy in the crew now that has a road glide. So yeah, so we had to go wake him up this morning.
Mission complete.
Yep, mission accomplished. Any upgrades for your bike?
We're going to order new headlight and got to do something with those rear pegs.
Yeah.
If anybody's listening, they can comment those things. I tighten them up. I put a spacer in there and they still fall down. Driving me nuts.
What about a radio?
Yeah.
Because we're
got to figure something out. Earbuds aren't working.
And his bike is loud, so it's going to have to be something.
Yeah.
It's obnoxious.
He's got to stay on the outside.
He's got to stay on the outside lane.
Well, yeah. We can tone it down a little bit if that right hand is kind of like my right foot.
Yeah, you'd like to listen. See, and I'm having the same problem now because this bike is a little bit louder than the Ultra, and I like to hear it. So
that still freaks me out. The first time that we were riding together, I'm like, "What is that noise?"
Yeah,
good noise, but
I think they're louder than the Reinhardts. I do.
They are. I thought it was another bike.
Yeah,
behind us. No, that's Big E.
Yeah. So I have the Tab Performance on my bike.
I mean, sharks can be a little aggressive there.
And the Zombie baffles, and they are pretty impressive. So impressive, I think, Rhino put him on his bike when he was in Florida.
That'll be interesting to hear his when he gets it out.
Well, he doesn't ride very aggressive. So.
Well, yeah.
So, and I noticed when I rode to Mount Pleasant that just cruising at normal speeds, they're not like obnoxiously loud. So when we make our big journey to Sturgis this year, it shouldn't be bad. So we are planning a Sturgis trip. We had planned it with, again, a large crew of people, and already we're down to 3. So
really, did Scooter and them back out too?
Yeah, everybody backed out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's just.
Well, Scooter's got his stuff going on, and that. Right. And then James, he doesn't even know what his physical condition is going to be like.
That man just needs to sell his bike and get a trike.
You may be on the right track there. He might have to.
It's time for him to get the trike.
That his little accident last year really messed him up, and he hasn't had a good riding season in probably 3 years now, between bumps and bruises but. So yeah, we've got that. We're planning that. I'm in the stages of planning that. I'm using a new app. So it was available for Apple for forever, and it kind of bummed me out because I'm not an Apple guy. But they have it now on Android. And it's called, I just had it out. What the hell? Scenic. And like I've heard about it because it's been on my. I do have an Apple product or two, but I don't hardly ever use it. But I had it on there, and I played with it a little bit, but because I didn't have it on Google or on my Android, it was kind of pointless because I'm not going to ride around with my tablet. But so I'm working on our trip to Sturgis on that app. So it should be interesting. We are leaving. We're going actually after the actual rally because we're leaving later in August. But it should still be fun, I would think, without all the massive amounts of people. And I mean, I'm pretty much just want to go there to see the sights anyways.
Right.
Say I've been there, see the sights. But I hear it's one of those things that you get addicted to. So, like, you're going to want to go to the rally next, and then the next year, and the next year, and the next year. I don't know. We'll see.
Make it the first year without going to Tennessee.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good trip last year, though.
Couple bumps, but you know.
Well, there was a birthday party. Impromptu birthday party in the parking lot.
That wasn't one of the bumps.
No.
No.
No, it made for a long day, though.
Yeah. But it didn't end well.
No, that day did not end well. That was the day I lost the clutch on the Ultra. You know,
Yep.
that was a bump.
And another bump in Indiana.
Yeah, that was your bump.
I know.
So, yeah, that's what we got going on. That's where we've been, what we've been doing, pretty much. Wow. You really didn't have anything to say today, did you?
I'm still sleeping.
You're awfully quiet. Awfully quiet over there. Patriot Saints.
It's supposed to be Turtle's show.
The Turtle Show?
Yeah.
So, Turtle.
What do you want to talk about?
We'll turn it back to Turtle. So, you had the CVO now for a little while.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You're liking it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Are you excited to take that to Sturgis? Because
I don't think I'm going to have a problem. You guys seem to think I'm going to have a problem, but they want me to order a new seat, and it's still a stock seat.
Well, we'll see how you do Father's Day weekend. Because there is the Wild Hogs weekend is coming up. And it's going to be a Michigan tour. So, Lower Michigan, look out. I don't even know where we're going I know we're going to a hot now. That's about it. Scooter's in charge.
I thought you guys are going to the gay bar.
We've already been there. We've already been there. I mean, maybe Turtle wants to go.
No.
We're not going to the UP, so we're going to stay in the lower. It's going to be a Lower Peninsula tour. So, and it sounds like we're just going to kind of ride around and see some sights and pretty much shenanigans, I'm guessing, knowing Scooter. So, it'll be fun. Details to come, and I'm sure there'll be a podcast afterwards, because we usually do. We usually get everybody together. We might even do a live one on YouTube, cameras and all that stuff from the clubhouse. That way we can get everybody in it. Sorry.
Have fun. All of us women will be enjoying Father's Day weekend.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys already got.
I heard them talking last night.
Yeah. I heard.
They're
Top secret.
They're planning.
Yeah.
Top.
Well, that's good though. It's good though. I'm good with that. Oh, so I'm getting ready to do big changes to the Road Glide already. I have bars that should be coming tomorrow. My good friends at Eagle Lights sent me a light to add to the bike, which I'm pretty excited about. It'll throw a lot more light. I might have to be the lead bike on our trip to Sturgis if we're going to ride out right after the boat.
It's bright right now.
Is it?
Yeah. The other night when you're behind, yeah, it's bright.
Oh. Yep, Harley is still alive. Hey, really? What? He hasn't chewed on any cords yet in the new studio.
That's Thanksgiving time, remember?
Yeah.
It's only Easter.
Well, it is Easter, so I mean, could be a holiday tradition for all I know. Goofy dog. So yeah, I got bars. I got new lights. What else did I do? I took off all the lights. So I took off the seat from the Ultra, the Legend shocks, all my LED lights that I had put on it, all the turn signals and brake lights and tail lights and stuff that I had put on it. I took all that stuff off, put all the stock stuff back on it. Because pretty much everything that I had put on it recently would switch over. So I have all that stuff on the Road Glide now. But I do have the nice light to put on there, throw some more light out front. I did saddlebag lights on it here last weekend. I think it was last weekend. You'll have to read my review in Thunder Roads magazine about that one. Check out next month's issue of Thunder Roads magazine for that. This month I talked about my Surefire saddlebag covers. That place is, I mean, they're pretty awesome. I told them I was switching bikes. They sent me the new mounting Velcro for the bags because, of course, you can't take that from one bike to the next. So that was pretty awesome of them to hook me up with that. You need some saddlebag covers? No?
No, I don't like the way they look on it.
They look all right on my bike, I think.
When it was black on black, sure, but I don't know.
I think it looks good with the black and gray.
Yeah, looks
good. So my goal this year is to win a bike night. Now that I don't have a black Harley.
Of course you do, right there.
Well, yeah. He'd win for sure because he's adorable. Yes. So anyways, just wanted to do a little podcast. Kind of say we're back in action. There will be, I already have another one followed up with this one, so we're good for a couple weeks anyways. We'll have to come up with another one. I'm going to talk to a guy from a bait that I know and get him to come do a podcast. I'm going to get RJ on here and Allie probably to do a podcast, talk about the new Thunder Roads Magazine of Michigan Ride and Win program that they're starting up. Pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about that. I'll let him talk about it, explain about it. But yeah, riding season's getting ready to go. I haven't seen a lot of bikes out, but the three of us have been out riding.
It sure would be nice to, top 40.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
This morning, what was it, 38?
Yeah, it was brisk this morning.
It's looking better now. We can go ride now.
All right, I'm ready. We got Easter dinner. Then what? I mean,
bedtime.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta get up early in the morning. Don't know yet?
Probably around 5.
Oh, that ain't bad. That ain't bad. All right. Well, there you got a little update. You guys can look forward to I know next week's podcast is really good. With Lee from Red Barn Cycles. So be sure to tune into that. Very cool. Very cool. Lee's pretty cool. I had a really good conversation with him. I actually sent him pictures of your table that you're building. He's like, that is going to be badass. So once that gets done, I'll post some pictures on the Facebook page. But
making a lot of things.
Yeah. So go ahead. Yeah. Well, before we sign off here, we're friends with
another biggie.
But he's Bubba's Workshop. He's on Facebook. Give him a like.
Follow
him. Check him out. Cool guy. He did the wooden plaques for the wooden part of the plaques for the bike nights for Miss Sawyer and their American flags. And then they have their a little metal plate posted on them. Anyways, they're pretty cool. So he does all them for her, and he's got all kinds of cool stuff. So Breaker has been. She had this idea for a table back when I first started hanging out, and it's finally kind of coming around to being an actual table. Because when the concept was,
I started working on that in January of 25.
yeah. So she had a board here that was like, what, 1 inch?
Yeah, 1 inch.
And she had painted Harley Davidson motorcycle, the bar and shield logo, on it. It looked really cool. And she wanted to turn that into a table using
stock pipes.
Stock Harley pipes because, I mean, really, what else are you going to use them for? Legs for a table. And I thought that was pretty cool. So in walks the other biggie, and they're friends, and so she's throwing this project at him, kind of getting him to help out because he's got this freaking awesome CNC machine that carves, and it's sweet. I mean, you just sit there and watch it. So they've been working on this table. They've done, how many practice tables have you done? Or
technically 2 practice ones, and then because we messed up big time on the first one,
right?
And then the second one was that plaque that we made,
right?
And then we finally got the actual table cut out. We're just waiting to figure out what we're gonna do next for filling in with the paint and whatever that other stuff is.
Epoxy.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be pretty cool. But you've also done a couple other projects while you're.
So my goal is to get a poker chip from every Harley Davidson.
So anybody that is listening that works at a Harley Davidson, contact us.
Send me a poker chip. We're gonna make. So far, I think it's coming out to 228 or 26 on each board, but we're gonna get all 650 poker chips on these boards.
So yeah, they're making the one's a flag. Are they all flags?
They're all gonna be flags.
They're all gonna be flags.
Yep. The first one that we're working on is black and orange, and then where the stars are gonna be, there's gonna be a Harley with stars around it.
The bar and shield logo on that one, right?
Oh wait, on that one, yeah. Yep. Yeah.
On your shirt, yeah.
Yeah.
The bar and shield.
Yep. And then the next one's going to be a Harley with stars around it.
Be a motorcycle. Yep. And then there'll be 3 of them.
Yep.
And you don't know what you're going to do on the third one yet?
The third one's just going to be the red, white, and blue flag with 50 stars.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And what about the other project you worked on over there, the round one?
Oh, a bar top table too.
Yeah.
I forgot about that one. So much is going on.
She's been busy creating.
And just throwing stuff out there. And really, I was just going to make the bar top just to put up on the wall somewhere. But then I was like, yeah, it'd be pretty cool to fill it in and make it a bar top table.
Yeah, it's got a big Willie G skull on it. It says Harley on it. It's pretty sweet.
I'll post pictures.
Yeah.
Check out Bubba's Workshop.
Definitely check out Bubba's Workshop.
Find him on Facebook.
Give him some love. Anything else?
Ask Turtle.
Turtle, you got anything?
No.
No.
He's ready to go ride.
He wants to go ride.
We'll save the name story for another podcast.
Oh yeah,
See
we could have talked about that, but
if they really want to know, they can comment. How's that?
There you go.
And then we'll follow up.
Yeah, Turtle. You definitely want to comment because it's a good story.
On how he got his road name?
Yep. Turtle.
Still getting used to it.
It's already on his cut. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we will get with you next time. Remember, life is short. Get after it. Thanks for listening to the Mid-Michigan Biker Podcast. Remember, bikers, life is short. Get after it.